Hey guys, Joe here from Design by Octane, and today I got a really special video for you. I'm doing an unboxing and a quick review of Canon's brand new top-of-the-line point-and-shoot camera, which is going to be the S950. So, let's go take a look at it. Alright guys, this is the Canon S950, so let's go ahead and open it up. Canon boxes are usually pretty nice. What I do love about them, especially in the stores, is that they do not do a factory seal on them. So one thing you're going to want to double check when you go, and if you are going to buy one of these models, you just open it up, make sure that everything's inside. But once or twice before, I've noticed in stores that sometimes they open them up and show them to the customers, and sometimes things get left out. This one does have everything in it, luckily. I mean, outside of the standard software, manuals, and everything like that, let's be truthful, not too many people really care about. Put that aside for the moment. Let's get to the camera. Standard USB cord just plugs in right to the side for downloading pictures. So I personally recommend getting like a multi-reader, something that'll read SD, micro SD, compact flash. With that, then we have our AV cables right here to connect to a computer. This is the Canon LPN9 or something like that, LP6 battery. It's the MV6L battery. Then we have charge. Let's pull it back a little bit so you guys can actually see it. See, standard wrist strap, no big deal. All that normal type of things you would expect to see. Then we got the camera. So let me box this up a little bit. Put this off to the side right here. Now let's take a look. The first thing I noticed upon opening this camera, I do like about it is a very sturdy design. The body is a little bit rough on it. It kind of feels a little sandy upon the first feel, but it does have a really nice large, I think it's about 3-inch rear LCD screen, and then you have the front control ring, which allows you to control ISO ranges, zoom, focus, things like that. This camera, if I remember correctly, has it's like an 18 to a 3200 ISO range. Let's go ahead and stick the battery in it, and we'll power this baby up and we'll take a look at it. Now, one thing you definitely are going to want to kick around, especially if you're buying one of these cameras, I did it myself. You want to get a high-speed memory card. Reason being is this camera does offer HD movie quality. 720. It's going to do about 24 to 30 frames a second is about what it's supposed to do, as well as it has a much faster processor and sensor compared to most other point-and-shoot cameras. So you're going to want to get a high-speed memory card for it. That way you can write and read your data a lot faster. What I did was I got one of SanDisk's maximum cards. They had one of their extreme tier cards. One of these guys here. So let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, sorry about this. It's a little. Alright, let's do it the tech geek way. Just slice our way through. Evidently doesn't want to come off. Alright, so there we go. Got that out. I'm going to go ahead and power the camera on, and I'm going to go through all the setup stuff, and I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Alright, and we're back, you guys. Yeah, now that I've gotten the battery and the memory card in the camera, as well as I've gone through all that lovely setup stuff, I've managed to turn it on. Upon first view of this camera, one thing that I definitely do enjoy about it a lot, very similar to SLRs, you do have a front ring control, which when it's in standard auto mode, like it is right now, it will control zoom, is what it will control. Now this camera, it's about an equivalent to, I believe it's a 28 to 105 millimeter lens on an SLR. It's about a 3.8 optical zoom. Now, one thing that I noticed right away is the flash location. Where the flash is, it's kind of awkward for the holding position, whereas if turn the flash off, most people have a tendency to hold the camera just like this. With this one, you kind of have to hold it more like this, because if you want the flash and your finger's here, it's going to get caught. So, as you see with the flash on, it's right here. It's a little annoying. So you kind of have to get used to holding the camera more like this, or kind of like get your fingers on the ring. Now this camera does feature a lot more manual settings and controls, which for most people they really won't be using too often. A lot of people will just leave it on the auto setting and pretty much call it a day. However, you do have the capabilities for all your portrait settings, flash, nighttime. There's a lot of different settings on this camera. Now, overall, as far as the camera actually goes, it probably takes some of the best quality pictures you're going to get in a point and shoot. A lot of people have said that it's only about 10 megapixel camera, and that's not that good. What a lot of people don't realize is that it has a lot to do with the sensors, the image stabilizers, what's built in. Now, the image stabilizer on this camera is actually built in right into the lens, and a lot of people don't fully appreciate that for what it truly offers for you. The 10 megapixel is more than enough to blow up an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Standard 8.5 by 11 is about 7.8, 7 to 8 megapixel on a camera. Now, things you want to try to keep in mind is this camera is really meant for being a sidekick to anyone that's a professional shooter, that if they can't get their SLR and their lenses out quickly enough that they can pull this out and take a very quick photo. The ring, definitely for the functions, is really nice. I do like being able to control my zoom from here, as well as ISO, aperture ranges. But also, for those that aren't as familiar with it, you do have, up on the top, just a standard zoom and unzoom. And the controls, like a normal Canon model, are always pretty simple. You have video, scroll capabilities, and the different functions all built right in. Now, one thing that I did notice that a lot of other people don't is right in the front of the camera, there is 2 mic inputs. So there is dual audio. So you will get a lot better audio off the camera. Couple things just to keep in mind if you are looking at getting this model. Definitely that high-speed memory card. I'm personally a huge fan of SanDisk myself. So that's probably where you're going to want to take a look into is the SanDisk models. They would generally offer a little bit better memory cards for you. Now, another thing is, what I had found out after reading into this camera a little bit, is that you're generally only going to be looking at, give or take, about 800 pictures or so. Or not 800 pictures, about 200 pictures off the battery. So one thing you're going to want to take a look into is the replacement battery, so that way you can carry it around with you in your kit if you're going out and doing a lot of pictures. The memory card on here, on what the setting is right now, for the 8 gig card, you're going to be looking at about 2,400 photos on an 8 gig card, and just about 160 minutes in HD video. That's for 1080p on 720. You're probably looking at close to like about 240 minutes, give or take. So overall, as far as style goes, I'll probably give this about a 3 out of 5. Function abilities, capabilities for what the camera can really do, I'm definitely going to give it a 5. It is one of the most advanced point and shoots you can get. Build quality is going to be a 4, simply because I'm not a huge fan of how it feels. It kind of feels a little bit sandy. It still feels like a good quality, but it's a little bit sandy. Overall comfort, it's definitely going to have to get a 2. Reason being is this flash. It's just that it's in such an awkward location. It's just really not comfortable to have that flash up there. It doesn't feel right, especially if you do need it. A lot of people, especially passing off the camera, having it right there, it's just not quite as much. All in all, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, simply for functions, capability, picture quality, and offering HD video. Just a couple things to keep in mind for the camera. Just make sure you get that high-speed memory card if you're looking at it. Make sure you get an extra battery, simply because 200 photos is a little bit light. But overall, if you're looking for a high-quality point and shoot camera, the Canon S95 is definitely a choice for you. Alright guys, well this is Joe from Design by Octane, and I hope you enjoyed. Later you guys.